Hey everyone. I'm also in my alien sweater, which by the way is from Dressed in Lala. If anybody wants to go match with me. It's quite comfy, but it is also 95 degrees outside, but the AC is pumping up in her. I'm on day 8 of no alcohol. And it's not because I'm pregnant, because I feel like that's gonna be the number one sign. Like me not drinking wine is gonna be like, she's either pregnant or ill. I'm none of those. I'm I was in Costa Rica for 4 weeks and it was at an all-inclusive resort. And you best believe I'd be taking advantage of that. I'd be like, I'm just gonna have a glass of wine with dinner tonight. And then what was his name? He was so cute. It was like Bartley or something. He'd be like, hola, more. I have my period right now, so I'm definitely not pregnant. Period and cramping really hard right now. Anybody else? Anybody else? No. Okay, just kidding. You read the book in 48 hours. Oh, amazing. I kind of did too. I was in and out and in and out, and then I really went for it. But it's funny because I was in Costa Rica and like, what do you do when you're at a resort? You read books. I don't know what was going on. First of all, I like barely had Wi-Fi there, which was a blessing and a curse, but it was crazy. Okay. How's everyone doing? This was a great book. It was really cute. I think it held me in for so long at the beginning because of Miles's sense of humor. Their banter back and forth was something I strive for in relationships. Like that's what I want. I want that witty back and forth banter, flirty. Like it felt so, yeah, the banter it was probably my favorite part of the whole book. I just loved their back and forth. I'm sad also, but you guys, I feel like I'm letting the group down because we don't have the author in here. She broke the streak. Is she Canadian, by the way? Or I wonder if she's married to a Canadian or something. No, she is. She said a few things that are very Canadian. Like in Canada, we always say dish up when you're getting your food. Okay, go dish up. Let's dish up some blah blah blah. Is that just Canadian or do you guys say that too? You do say it? No, you don't. I don't. Okay, well Claire's nodding and Jordan's knowing and oh Montana. Okay, maybe it's like if you're close to Canada. Because we always say dish up and then she said chirp, saying something like making fun of it was chirping and I was like that's a Canadian hockey player term. So I was like, oh, maybe she's Canadian. But anyways, I'm sorry, she broke the streak, she couldn't make it. She's a busy gal and I get that. She's a girl on the go. She's a busy author, people to see, babies to kiss, hands to shake, and she couldn't make it. So I'm sorry. Well, oh, she's from Ohio. Okay. Yeah, we'll still have fun without her. Wait, I have questions because that's what we do at the book club. I just thought I was willy-nilly in it for a second. I wanted to know if anybody else had a favorite Emily Henry novel for two reasons. One, I need a new book to read. And I want to know, oh, Pino, jumping up onto Maggie's. Hi, Pino. Everybody say hi to Pino. He is being very jumpy today. Yeah. What in a goof? What in a goof? Yeah, I want to know where it ranks on your guys' your first two. Oh, Happy Place. Have you read that, Maggie?
Yeah, I'm interested. Okay.
Okay.
It's not my favorite.
Okay. Second one, and it's still my favorite, but Beach Read was still really good. People we meet on vacation. Has nobody read Book Lovers? Wow. Okay, Maggie, is that something we need to put on our list?
Yeah.
Maggie ranks Funny Story third.
Second.
Oh, second.
Change the date.
Right. The pacing of the book was interesting because I felt like, again, that's only what had me hooked was their banter. And I was like, what's going to happen? And then the end really like ramped up. And I was like, oh, okay, here we go. Here's the juice. And it was worth the squeeze. I've always wanted to say that. I really always wanted to say that. I kept picturing Miles like, I should show you guys a picture of my ex-boyfriend from when I was like 20, I don't know, 3, maybe I dated him. This is how I'll show you a picture of him. His name was Justin and he's like scruffy hot. Totally looks like he could be like either a drug dealer or a model. Well, he just got married. So here, don't you think? Like if he's scruffier, this is him a little cleaned up. Let me see if I can find a scruffier one. Just, oh, don't hit any. Okay.
Longer.
Right? That's Miles. And what's funny is I dated him when I was 22, 23, maybe 24. And I still am like best friends with his parents. And I haven't seen him since I was 24 and just saw him at the wedding I emceed and met his wife, who was so lovely and so great. And that was really nice. It was cool. Yeah, him with longer hair. Okay. Do you guys ever do that when you're reading a book? Like you've already got the character pictured as either somebody you know, or you like from the beginning, you're like, I know what they look like. I could not get Daphne. You know how I kept picturing her a little bit was, this is actually going to be a funny full story, but do you remember the movie 10 Things I Hate About You? No, is that what it? No. She's All That. She's All That. Remember She's All That? Are you guys too young? Okay, so Rachel Lee Cook in it. It's so funny because she was like the nerdy girl to school and she liked to paint and she was really just super hot, but they had her in glasses and like overalls. And then they're like, we're going to give you a makeover. And all of a sudden she like just ditched the glasses and cut her hair actually my length. And everyone was like, she's so hot now. And I'm like, God, I hate high school. Anyways, that's who I kept picturing, like nerdy Rachel Lee Cook, but also hot. Which, okay, here's my funny story. I was at lunch with Sasha from Dancing with the Stars in LA, and I was trying to get him to tell me if he knew any celebrities that were going to be on the next season. And he was like, I actually don't know. They won't tell me anything. And I was like, damn. He goes, I really want to get Rachel Lee Cook on from She's All That. And I was like, oh my God, I was in an elevator with her once when I was like 21 years old in Vancouver, and I like fangirled. And he was like, she's actually a great dancer. And we were talking about her. And I look behind him and I go, she's sitting right behind you. She was sitting right behind him at the freaking restaurant that we were having lunch at after talking about her. And I was like, oh, I fangirl over her. Like, I love her. And we ended up talking to her and I was like, I fangirled over you in like an elevator like 20 freaking years ago. And she was so kind. How crazy is that, right? Anyways, so that was kind of what I got with Daphne. I always love a crazy story. That I feel like that shit happens to me all the time. Okay. My next question was, Miles takes Daphne on many Saturday adventures in a small town. What would be your perfect local adventure date in your town? Because I'll start with mine. Nashville, I would definitely do a pedal tavern. And I know that sounds so cheesy, and everyone that like lives here, they're like, Kaitlyn, you've done like 30 of those. Why do you keep doing it? It's so touristy. I love it. I love pedaling and drinking and screaming when they do like what was it? Yeah. You have to like say to somebody that you're pedaling past and be like, hey, pick a number between 1 and however many people are on the bike, and you all have numbers. And if they say your number, you got to drink. I love it. I love it. It's so fun. You bop around to different live music venues. That's what I would do. A local Saturday in Nashville, we would just bop around on a freaking drinking bicycle. And then if I took you to my hometown, Leduc, Alberta, where I grew up, I would take you to Walmart because that's all we have. Okay. That's the only thing. I remember getting so excited over Walmart. I was like, holy shit, we're in the big leagues now. We got a Walmart. That's where I grew up. Okay, Krista, mine would be go up in the Arch. I live outside of, St. Louis. Oh, the Arch. Yeah, it's so cool. Breweries, tap rooms for wine, a few of our quirky little shops downtown. So cute. Oh, definitely a brewery. Asheville. I love the breweries in Asheville. Ooh, I'm jealous. California, sunset by the ocean. It never gets old. It never gets old. Okay, what else? Okay. So funny story covers a lot of romance. Tropes. Is that how you say it? I would never say that. That clearly Maggie wrote this one. I was like, tropes. Is that a book term? Yeah. Tropes. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Now it's all coming back. It's all coming back to me now. Celine Dion. Okay. So from close proximity, opposites attract, fake relationship, friends to lovers. Yes. Okay. It's all coming back. Are you drawn to a specific romance trope, or do you enjoy them all? That's a good question, Maggie. Enemies to lovers. Spicy. I could never make an enemy my lover. Never. I'm too much of a grudge holder. I'd be like, remember this receipt from 2011? I'm working on it. Therapy. I actually got a new therapist and she's already helped me more than I was so comfortable with my little Southern woman that I always went to. And then I realized she's an old Southern woman and we have nothing in common. And the girl that I see now, I'm like, oh, oh, you're me and you get it. And you make me feel seen. Okay, great. The long lost loves concept too. Oh, me too. I'm not going there. Oh, I'm not going there, but I love rekindled romance. Dreams. Yes, second chance romance. I like that. I've done 8 days of no drinking, saunaing and cold plunging, therapy, cuddling the dogs, reading, Pilates, lifting heavy weights, incense. I went and got a mala I'm doing prayer freaking beads and and I have not been like doing much on social media. So I just keep joking that I'm the definition of health and wellness right now. It'll last 2 more days, maybe. I'm going to I'm going to New York and I can't not eat and drink and be merry in New York. Oh, did you want Miles and Daphne to end up together or did you want her to move on and go on her own adventure? I like this question because I went back and forth because I was like, oh, she isn't really like, she's always been the wee girl. And so I was like, I always think that way about my niece. She's 16 and she's had the same boyfriend for 2 years and she says she's going to marry him. And I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you? I'm like, you need to go slut it up. No, I'm just kidding. I don't say that to her. But in my head, I'm like, oh, I want her to go like live her 20s and travel and see the world. And that some people just aren't cut out for that. And that's okay. I'm a sucker for happily ever after. So I'm always waiting on the proposal. Yeah, I get that. Needed them to be together. I do love them together. Like at the end, I was so happy because it felt, and especially, oh my gosh, Maggie and I both got chills because the beginning, I forgot that they had said that whole thing, like he loves telling this story and he's a storyteller and this is how he, and then at the end, I was like, I forgot about that beginning. That really, I don't know if it's because Aunt Flo is here, but I was like, so cute. It was so cute. Oh yeah, I love that. Yes, she stayed, but was like, I love you, but I have to also be comfortable doing things myself. And then I was like, oh, fast forward, they're living together. I hope she did that. Yeah, I loved that too. I love Daphne. She's so like she's a little librarian. You guys, I went to get something notarized the other day and I had to go to the Nashville library and I was so cuted out because I was in there and I was like, oh, Daphne. And then this girl came out who was a little librarian and she was like, I read kids' books. And she was like this cute younger girl. And I was like, and I went, you're like Daphne. And she was like, a funny story. And I was like, yes. And then I finally, for once, was like, I'm a book girl. I never was until my late 30s. Here we are. I am a book girly. Who would you cast for the lead roles in the movie? Always one of my favorite questions. I would do Rachel Lee Cook with her glasses. And oh, you know who I just saw recently that just sparked my thought was Colin Farrell. Do you guys know who I'm talking about? Colin Farrell? Yeah. Wait, who do you, Maggie?
I'm gonna look up young
Scruffy drug dealer.
It's always Theo James. Why is that always Theo James?
Oh, Theo James for everything.
I agree with it, but like the other one I thought of was Timothy Chalamet. I don't like him,
But he would be good.
but he would fit.
Yeah. My old brain, I'm like, Josh Hartnett. He's like 60 now. Okay, somebody said I surprisingly didn't picture celebs with this one, just random faces. I kind of was the same. Oh, no, I didn't. I mean, that's what I kept, when I tried to picture Daphne, I kept trying to picture Rachel Lee Cook, but it kept just being, I don't know, I couldn't get it. Oh, who plays Atlas in the new It Ends With Us? Oh, I love him. Joshua Jackson, good one. Ooh, Joshua Jackson would be a good one. Yeah. Jonathan Taylor Thomas. Just kidding. I'm just going through all my like childhood. Who's your favorite side character and why? Oh man, I didn't love Ashley, you guys. I know.
Why?
I don't know. I felt like she's too much of a I know. Everybody just logs off. I don't know. Yeah, I agree with you, Jordan. I did like their relationship, but I was also like, I did think she overreacted. And then I don't know. I felt like they were both playing games. And I was just like, maybe I'm just too much of like okay, you're my new friend. Yay. Why did I not like her? I wonder. Maybe I should talk to my therapist about that one too. Maybe she triggered something in me that reminded me of a friend that I don't have anymore. I don't know. I'm actually learning that I'm a bit of a people pleaser. Maybe Ashley's me. I don't know. I don't know what it was. It wasn't that okay, I shouldn't say, it's not that I didn't like her. Okay, I just didn't connect with her and I wasn't like, oh yeah, she'd be my favorite sidekick. Okay, there we go. I was like, the sister seems like she's just so like herself. Like she doesn't give a what other people think. Yeah, I liked her. Okay, who did you relate most and least to in the book? I didn't relate to really anyone in the book. Okay, who did you relate to least? Daphne for me. I really didn't relate to, I like wish I was more of a Daphne. Trust issues, I've already got them. I feel like she's very like, she's like buttoned up. No, I don't want to be that. Yeah, but that's why I didn't relate to her. No, she's too buttoned up. wearing an alien sweater with no pants. I'm curious your thoughts on the dad and his wife Starfire. Oh, good question. Of course I was so in on Starfire. I related to her the most. I was like, that bitch for sure has a room of crystals and incense and mala beads. Yes. I loved her. I was like, I want to meet. And her name, yes. I just hated her when she's like, you can call me mom. I was like, oh, right. That is not something a Starfire would say either. She would read Daphne's energy and be like, she doesn't ever want to call me mother. Oh no, the dad is my father-in-law and the need to smoke weed 24/7. Really? That's so funny. My dad's been sober for 33 years. I can't even imagine him like being a little bit anything other than like consistent. I know, it's sweet. It's sweet. That's funny though. Okay, who do you think fell first, Miles or Daphne? That's a good question, Maggie.
I know because we actually got Daphne's perspective, but I 100% think it was mine.
I do too. I think he wouldn't have even let her move in if he didn't have a little crushy crush. He was probably like, "Oh, she's cute and sad." Maybe he wanted to fix her. She don't want to be saved, don't save her. Know that rap song? You don't want to be saved, don't save him. Oh. Megan Thee Stallion. Oh, when do you think each realized what they felt for each other? I think it was when he asked her to watch the movie and then she went back to her room and was like, oh, when he started writing his own stuff on the calendar to help. That was so cute. Oh, when they first kissed at the lavender place, that too. That's when it was like, oh, wait, that was better than I thought.
Yeah.
Now, we see throughout the book how Daphne is a little socially awkward and reserved, never really giving herself to people fully. Why do we think that is? And why is it her smoking weed father's fault? Her dad. It's so because her mom seems so different and like solid and consistent. Maybe her mom's sober. Well, she is because she is a CrossFit freak. No offense to anybody in CrossFit. I did it too. But yeah, I feel like her dad. I'm obsessed with my mom. She's like my best friend and my favorite person in the world, but I have mom issues. I feel like that's very much like you can still love your dad, but have dad issues. You can still like, you can just realize what it is. And you can either maybe depending on the level of what they've done, either forgive them or not. But I've had to do some serious work. Did you guys have any questions you wanted to ask? Or anything you thought, any other thoughts that we didn't touch on, what you would like to see next in next book club, either what book or other things you'd think it would be fun for us to do in book club? Like, could we make a special cocktail next time? Well, I did think, like, remember the first time we did, like, we ate pierogies when it was I forget what book that was. Every summer after. Yeah. And like next book we read, if they have like this time, I was thinking to Maggie, if I was drinking, I was like, we could just do a mug full of coconut rum. Remember when he does that? Which also I wanted to ask the author, I wanted to be like, have you never drank in your life? Because you wrote, if these people actually drank what you wrote they drank, they'd be dead. Bottle of wine each, mugs and mugs chugging coconut rum, then going to the bar for shots and cocktails and cocktails and cocktails. They'd be dead. Anyways, okay, we'll make a drink. That'd be fun. Yeah, let's do a theme. We'll do the book, like whatever book we decide. Okay, I love this. Whatever book we decide, we will make it like a theme of the book. We can dress like one of our favorite characters. Shit, I should have showed up as Daphne today.
I should have been Starfire.
Yeah, see, that'd be so fun. Okay, let's do that. We'll make it a theme and we'll dress up and make a cocktail all together, but we can't say who we're dressing up as, and we have to guess when we get on Zoom.
Ew.
Oh, I love this. The creative juices be flowing when I sauna and cold plunge and clear the old brain. Do you guys have any thoughts of the next book? So what I thought is that we as a group could come up with like a few options. If you have one that you've wanted to read or one that you just read that you're like, oh my God, I would love to talk about it in book club or anything. And then we can take it to the Off the Vine page and do a poll, a thriller for fall. I love that. The Nightingale. Oh, I've heard about that one. Okay, Maggie's writing these down. A sports romance. Ooh, like, do you know one? There is? Oh, okay. I always love a thriller, guys. Serial killer romance. Yes. Okay, let's brainstorm. Let's do a thriller for fall and we'll write down a few right now. Okay, so Night Watching, Butcher and Blackbird, And what was the other one? Oh, the Nightingale. Is that creepy? We'll do a creepy and then we'll like settle it down with a historical piece. Rock, paper, scissors. Okay. Home is where the bodies are. I do have that. I have it here. Yeah. Okay, we'll write all these down and then we'll put them in the poll and then we'll vote. Cute. Okay. Thanks, guys. That was a nice little. It is a bummer when they don't come on because I love asking the author questions, but that was the first time, and hopefully she doesn't break my streak. Okay, you guys. So the charity we picked is the Dolly Parton Imagination Library, which I think is so cute. Also, where was I today? I was getting a facial, and she had a framed picture of Dolly, and like it was one that I'd never seen before too. I did pray to it. I said, "Hey, Dolly, could I be the Virgin Mary and get pregnant without having sex?" Thank you. In Dolly, we trust. Amen. I love that we're doing something for charities, and I think that's a really good one. But thank you guys so much for coming. I hope you had a nice little fun. The 50 minutes goes by so fast, and I'm like, I'm doing all the talking here, and I'm still like, wow, that was really fun. I love it. Love you guys so much. Thank you for being a big book guy. And okay, we'll do a poll and see what little thriller we're going to come up with for Halloween. And then I can't wait to do a theme Zoom. That's adorable. I'm going all out and we're going to make like a spooky cocktail. Have such a good night, you guys. Yes, hearts all around to every single one of you. And we'll see you next time.